I'll start off by just the front end of this GT3. Every air intake and grill in this front section is utilized either by portions of the front radiator, which you can see right behind that grill. You've got the side air intake and this grill here, and I'll circle around. You can see right inside there, it actually blows air in and helps cool the brakes as part of the technology and aerodynamics of this vehicle. And speaking of aerodynamics, look at that front splitter, just a couple inches from the ground. This particular model does have the hydraulic front end lift, so that does lift the front end a couple inches and helps to get over some of those nasty curbs, so there's no fractioning of that front splitter. The headlamps here, look at how pretty those are. I'll go into detail on those in a few minutes. You can see here on the left side in the front trunk is the mobility system. This is the air pressure system set up for the tires in case you need a pneumatic assist, you had a flat, etc. On the right side in the trunk is the tool kit, and then the toe insert right there that will insert right into this system right here. It's mandatory that you do have this set up in any track usage, so that's right here in the right side of the trunk. Then under here you do have brake fluid and wiper fluid. Outside of that, you really don't see anything relating to the radiator or cooling, which is all under this front system here. The interior, very impressive. A lot of Alcantara. This has the leather and Alcantara combo seats with the upgraded stitching. You can see the stitching in the seats. This has the red guards seat belt with the red track tachometer right built into the dash, and that's part of the Sport Chrono package. It's got the fire extinguisher, a lot of Alcantara in the side armrest here. Pop out storage, additional storage up here, nice trimmed out, and I'll go over some of the buttons and what they can do for your performance here in a few minutes. But look at how pretty this car, like even the paint job, the black has like speckles in it. It's like super just popping. It just stands out. Look at that like sparkly color. Impressive Porsche, nicely done. T3 with the 3.8 liter, just nicely decorated with some carbon fiber. Has the Mobil 1 specifications here. That fan intake and the air intake here is literally being pushed from the air intake at the top of this panel, and then coolant and oil right here, and that's it. So great job with this fin here, and then as I come around, I'll show you that massive air intake right here. It's literally a couple inches thick that is force fed directly into that engine and directly into those fans. GT3 is again the 2015. It's got the new PDK system. It's got the rear wheel steering, which, let me tell you a little bit about the rear wheel steering. From 0 to 30 miles an hour, the rear tires actually go opposite of the front tires, so getting you around some of those tight corners a little bit better. Then from 31 to 50 miles an hour, no steering in the rear at all. It continues a straight line. And then from 51 miles an hour over, the rear wheels actually steer in parallel with the front wheels and allows you to take those big sweeping turns at even a better, more precise angle. Really impressive Porsche. So I'll get over here. It's got the PDK paddles. Porsche Doppelkupplung is what PDK stands for, just so you guys know. It's a dual clutch system that literally throws a hammer at that transmission between every gear. It goes from first and then bangs into second. So for those of you who don't know, the dual clutch system actually has a setup where we are taking that next gear because Porsche's computer knows that I'm on the gas and I want to go up in speed, right? So it's got the next higher gear ready and available on the dual clutch system. So when I hit this plus pedal, it pops into the next gear. However, if I'm off the gas or if I'm braking, the computer knows that I'm slowing down in speed, so it's got the next lower gear ready in the dual clutch system, and it's got that low gear ready to pop down for a quick downshift. And I will say, the downshifts and the upshifts are just like an orchestra going off inside your head. It's unbelievable how fast this goes from gear to gear. And then if you do pull both of the paddles in at the same time, you can rev the engine. Now, I told you I'd come back to the headlights. This does have the Porsche Dynamic Light System, so that's the PDLS. So, you know, xenon headlamp, but the main focus here is that these follow you around the corners. So those major headlights on top actually move and will focus the light beam on the cornering. If you're going right, it turns right. If you're going left, it moves left. GT3 has the Sharkworks exhaust, so that is an upgrade. It's a lighter exhaust. It adds about 15 horsepower to this already, so we're closing in on 500 horsepower. So I mean, between center locking wheels, I mean, this is a pure race car on the streets. Unbelievable, guys. It's